this is Dr. Do again. This video is outside of medicine. Continue to read the Iliad by Homer. I'm going to continue to read. And the old charioteer warmed to his challenge. Great marshal Atrides, lord of men, Agamemnon, Hector and Hector's high hopes? Not a chance. The plans of Zeus will never bring them off. Those dreams of glory inspire Hector now. Oh, I think he will have his troubles to shoulder, plenty of them too, if Achilles ever turned away from the heart-breaking anger deep inside him. Follow you? Surely, let's wake others also. Diomedes, famed for his spear, Odysseus, quick little Ajax, and Phyleus, brave son. And if only one would go and call the rest, giant Ajax, strong as a god, and King Idomeneus, they are hardly close. Their ships last on the line, but I will blame Menelaus, loved as he is and honored. Even if you will wheel on me in anger, I must. I can't hide it now. How that fellow sleeps. Turning over the work to you alone, now is the time for him to work, to hunt the leading captains and beg them all for help. Desperate straits, we cannot hold out much longer. The Lord of Men replied, You are right, old soldier. I'd even urge you to fight him any other day. So often he hangs back with no heart for the work. Not that he shrinks from action, skittish or off guard. It is just that he looks to me, waiting for me to make the first move. This time, though, he woke before me, came and rose me first, and I sent him off to call the man you're after. So let's move out. I'll take the rest at the gates, with the sentries where I ordered them to group. And Nestor, the noble charioteer, assented gladly. True, when the man leaps in the breach that way, no one can blame or disobey him. No Achaeans, not when he spears the troops and gives commands. With that he slipped his tunic over his chest. Under his smooth feet he fastened supple sandals, pinned with a brooch his crimson cape around him, flowing in double folds and topped with thick fleece, and gripping a tough spear tipped with a brazen point, he strode along the ships of the Argives, armed in bronze, and reaching Odysseus first. A mastermind like Zeus, the old driver roused him from sleep, shouting out, Wake up! The cry went ringing through his ears, and out of his tent he came, shouting in return. Why prowling along the ships and camp, you alone in the bracing God-sent night? What is the crisis now? What troubles come? And Nestor, the noble charioteer, replied, Royal son of Laertes, Odysseus, great tactician, no time for anger now. Such misery has overcome our Argives. Follow us, come, so we can wake the next man. Some captain fit to map our strategy here, whether we break and run or stand and fight. Back into his tent, the great tactician slung his wrought shield on his back and joined the party, striding toward the son of Tydeus, Diomedes. They found him with all his gear outside his shelter, cohorts sleeping around him, shields beneath their heads, spears stuck straight in the ground on buttoned spikes, and the bronze point flashed into the distance like a forked lightning flung by Father Zeus. But the veteran fighter lay there fast asleep. The cured hide of a field ox spread beneath him, a lustrous blanket stretched beneath his head. The old charioteer moved in and woke him roughly, dug a heel in his ribs, chiding him to his face. Up with you, Diomedes, what, sleep all night? Haven't you heard? Trojans hold the high ground over the beachhead there, camped against the ships, only a narrow strip to keep off sudden death. So he prodded, and Diomedes woke up from sleep with a quick start and burst out winging words. A hard man you are, old soldier, hard. You never give up the good fight, do you? Where are the younger troopers now we need them? Why don't they go wake each king in turn, padding softly up, down, through camp? Oh, you old man, you'd overpower us all. And Nestor, the noble driver, answered warmly, Right you are, my friend, straight to the point. Sons I have, and they are hardy, handsome boys, and comrades too, men aplenty. One of the lot could light out now and summon up the kings, but now a crisis has overwhelmed our armies. Our fate, I tell you, stands on a razor's edge, life or death for Archaeus. Gruesome death at that. Up with you. Wake quick, little Ajax. Merges too. You are so much younger. Come, pity an old man. Round his back, Diomedes slung the height of a big tawny lion, swinging down to his heels. He grasped the spear, and the fighter strode away, and roused those men to leave their beds and march. And now, as they filed among the mustered guard, they found the chief sentries far from sleep, on the alert, all stationed set with weapons, like sheepdogs keeping watch on flocks in folds. A nervous, bristling watch when the dog get wind of a wild beast rampaging down through mountain timber, crashing toward the pens, and the cries break as he charges. A din of men and dogs, and their sleep is broken, gone, and so the welcome sleep was rotted from their eyes. Guardsmen keeping the long hard watch that night, always turning toward the plain tense to catch some signs of Trojans launching an attack. The old chariot driver warmed to the sight and cheered them on with urging, flying fast. Keep it up, my boys. That is the way to watch. No one of you submit to the grip of sleep. You'd give great joy to the man who'd take our lives. With that, the driver clambered through the trench. They took the old captain's lead, and Argive kings all called to the muster now, and flanking them, Meriones came in haste with Nestor's handsome son. The kings had summoned both to share their counsel. Crossing out over the deep trench, they grouped an open ground, where they chanced to find a sector, free and clear of corpses. In fact, the very place where Hector, in all his power, had veered and turned away from cutting Argives down when night closed in. I'm going to stop here and continue next time. Thank you for watching.